your veil will not flow the way that you want it to flow if you don't have the proper posture in your body, especially in the arms. Okay, so arms are always nice and strong. I'm always keeping my pelvis tucked. My chest is always going to be really lifted. If I'm collapsed in my posture, my veil will also collapse. So nice and tall. This time with our swoop, we're going to take a little pose. We're just going to touch the same foot out. So if I'm going to swoop on the right, I'm going to touch the right foot. And then I'm going to reposition and balance, touch out on the left, reposition and balance, swoop with the touch, swoop with the touch, and this just helps give me a little bit more space to work with. And it also creates a really beautiful body line to match my beautiful veil work. So pointed toes. Notice how I'm really lifted in my rib cage. I want to be tall because I want my veil to be tall. And I'm not talking about your actual height. Whatever size you are, if you really lift up and out of the rib cage, you'll have better ability to get that veil to really fly and flow. Up, over. Up, over. So notice how I also have to work the opposite hand. As this one goes up, over, to give it the room, I have to bring this guy over. And then I just release it here. Up, over, up, 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 swoop, swoop. Are you getting tired yet? Can you feel how much strength it actually requires out of your arms? The sign of a sure good dancer is if she makes it look easy. So when people look at the veil and they say, oh, that looks easy, I could do that. It's probably because the dancer doing it was doing an amazing job and it was actually more difficult than it really looks. Up, over. Up, over. So let me just show you the difference if you're not actually bringing it all the way up and over. You're going to sell your veil technique short. So I'm not throwing it forward. I'm actually casting it up and over. I'm keeping it right in the plane of the arms in a clock, right here. So I'm actually casting my arm up and over, right at the side. Not forward, not back. Let's try that a couple more times. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and swoop, 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 swoop. Walk back. It's a really good workout. So this swooping motion is half of a figure eight. I'm really accentuating the swoop down, and then I'm just kind of releasing through the center. But if I wanted to continue the motion, I would actually be making a figure eight. Back, front, back, front. So you can see my arm is making the shape of a figure eight. Okay, so if we want to really accentuate the figure eight rather than just the swoop, swoop, bring it back. Now this one's really fun. This one I like to turn into what I call the Gypsy Skirt. So you could hold it at the back of the head, but I think for the Gypsy Skirt you get a little bit of a better effect if you actually bring it to the back of you. And you hold it right here. Okay, so your arm is here. Drop it to the back. Now from here, it really looks like one of those big, beautiful gypsy skirts. So we're doing the swoop, but we're actually continuing the motion of the swoop to create the figure eight. Forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Now I like to do that step with a grapevine while you're traveling across the stage, but we'll start with forward, center, back, center. Forward, back, forward, back. And I'm actually going to go in opposition with the veil. So when I step forward, I'm going to take the veil back. When I step back, I'm going to take the veil to the front, And again, that just creates a little more space to work that veil. Now imagine if you were traveling across the stage. I'm going to show this one to you from the side so you can really see what I'm talking about with that gypsy skirt look. Forward, back. Your footwork forward, back, forward, back, and again we're in opposition with the veil. And of course, it's always a good idea to try things on both sides. So if we're here, bring the right arm behind you. And now we're going to take the veil, do our full figure 8, creating that beautiful gypsy skirt. And now we're going to go opposition with the footwork. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. Traveling. From the side. You could do it in quarter turns. Great job. Let's keep working with the swoops and let's try it with some other fun foot patterns. The first one we're going to start with is going to be arabesque. So we're going to take a 3-step arabesque. You're going to cross your opposite foot over to the direction you're traveling. So if I'm traveling right, I'm going to start by crossing my left foot over. 1, 2, 3. If this is your first time working with arabesque or you're not that comfortable with it, you can always just place the foot instead of actually going for your arabesque leg. 1, 2, 3, touch. 1, 2, 3, touch. Right foot, right touch left, change left foot, left touch right. So it's on the touch that we're going to do the swoop. So let's try that again. Starting crossing over with the left, and we'll be slightly walking forward. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, touch with the swoop. Right foot, right touch swoop. 1, 2, 3, touch swoop. 5, 6, 7, touch swoop. 1, 2, 3, swoop. 5, 6, 7, swoop. Now if you wanted, you could actually try the arabesque leg. It doesn't have to be a high kick. So let's just go over that. 1, 2, 3. So from here, instead of just placing the foot, I'm going to do a little arabesque kick. Okay, so the most important thing on that arabesque is that you actually turn the body with the kick. One common mistake that I see with the arabesque a lot is the 1, 2, 3, and I just kind of see the leg kick out like this. That's not actually what it is. You want to have the foot pointed under, and you want to match it with the body. So my body is actually going to show the direction, which is on the angle here. And of course from here I don't want to have the leg opened up. I want to have it down, but I still want to have a turnout with the foot and a pointed toe. So in this scenario, it's always best to keep it a little lower to the ground. So just practice that angle a couple times with the body. Let's try it here. If I were posed and I just did my arabesque, the actual pose with the body is here. My chest is lined on that diagonal and my leg matches. So my socket of my hip actually is down. I don't want to have it opened and turned out. Okay, it's a really bad body line that we don't want to show on the stage. So keep it down. And one thing that helps us with that is having that toe touching the ground. And when we get comfortable with that, then we can do a little bit more of a lift. And I also want to have a slight plie in my standing leg. Okay, try it here. Really matching up the body line, the leg, the hip joint with the chest. here. And once you start to get comfortable with that, you can take the kick a little higher if you like. So you have to scooch around, pivot around on that standing foot just a little bit when you go for the arabesque. So let's try that again. We'll do the 3-step. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, arabesque. 5, 6, 7, arabesque. 1, 2. Notice how I turn on that standing leg, and I'm using my kicking leg for the momentum to do that. 1, 2, 3, turn. 5, 6, 7, turn. 1. Remember to keep that hip joint down so that it's here. Take a look at yourself in the mirror. Make sure you're not here. 1, 2, 3, turn. And again, you always have the option of just doing the touch, and you don't have to worry at all about that technique of the arabesque. You can just do the touch. And another really fun one that I like doing a lot is Pase, because you can get a little bit more spring to help you get that veil up in the air just a little bit. So if we want to do the Pase, Pase just means I'm going to bring the leg up. Okay, you can do a low Pase, or you can do a little bit higher, depending on your energy level.